What is chirpin', my peeps? Call me Peeps here, back for episode, I believe this is 11 of our Sakura Spirit Peeps plays. In the last part, we learned a little bit more about Narumi, and her and the hero, quotes, hero, the main character, Takahiro, they kind of bonded, got to, they talked, learned a little bit about each other, kind of bonded as friends, and at the very end, there was a semi-small cliffhanger, I guess, where we were returning back to the Elder's home, and we heard a bunch of ruckus. And so this time, we're now here, well, let's just jump right into it. Prepare your... did we cross into a different dimension? Stop it, stop it, stop it. Never! I'm going to vanquish you! The scene that lay before us was unlike anything I had ever seen. In one corner, Maiko was cuddling a large, empty bottle, sleeping and giggling to herself. That sounds like a weird sight. An empty bottle? Why? At the back of the room, the village elder was hitting a large casket with a lock on it, while grumbling to himself. In the center of the room, Machiko lay pinned to the floor by Miyo, who was tickling her mercilessly. Naru-chan, Naru-chan, help me with this. The chest is locked, and all the sake is trapped inside and suffocating. We need to rescue it immediately.
Oh jeez, they're drunk. Takahiro-kun, can you stop those two?
This wasn't the battle I was expecting. Me neither. I wasn't expecting any, hardcore fighting to go on or, any real intruder. I was expecting something small, but I wasn't expecting them to all be drunk. That's definitely a weird twist. I nodded my head in I don't know why I added a comma there. I nodded my head in confirmation to continue to... Oh my boy, let me start this sentence over. I need to learn how to read. I nodded my head in confirmation to Narumi's request, and I turned towards the two girls on the floor, trying to decide how best to deal with them. With both of them drunk, it would probably have been easy enough to get Miyo to release Machiko. But before I had a chance to intervene, the two girls roughhousing on the floor caused them to bump into the table, knocking over a bottle of sake into the both of them.
Aww.
Oh wait, no, this isn't Maiko. I'm all wet now. You spilled the sake. What? Stupid. The girl pushed herself upright, flailing like a spoiled child before turning tail and running through the door. Good grief, who knows what she might do. Naru-chan, please go get her. In this state, she'd only make stupid advances at me. So that's our cue, that's when we, you're like, never, wait, hold on. You stay here, Naru-chan, you help the old man with the lock, he can't get it. We'll go get her. It may take us a half hour, 45 minutes to come back. That's just because she's playing a really good game of hide and seek.
Right.
As Narumi ran off to retrieve the drunken fox girl, I was left to take care of the remaining few. Miyo-san, you need to come with me. We need to get you into something clean. Oh, is this going to be Narumi 2.0? Yep, here we go. Hey, you gotta remember your grandfather's here.
Hey, you just want to see me naked.
What? No, I am not a pervert. Why does everyone seem to think that? I mean, I do want to see boobs, but I have my honor, darn it. Sure, Takahiro. Oh boy. Well, at least that time he actually admitted it. Before, he'd always tell people no. He'd be like, no, that's not me. But that time he actually admitted it. He's like, well, it would be nice, but I can't do it. That time he's being a little more honest, which is good.
Nope. I'm not going to do anything you tell me to. I'll stay right here and swim in sake.
I sighed and looked down at the woman who is indeed trying to swim in the tiny puddle of sake on the floor. Is it sake? I mean, I know the word sake is spelled like that as well, but I would assume sake. I think I've heard the word sake before, and that's why I'm calling it that. Because it wouldn't, I don't think they'd call their alcohol sake. Sake does sound more alcoholic. Taking a deep breath, I prepared myself. Oh, here we go with this word I don't know. Quit using this word. I don't know what it means, and I don't know how to say it. The Sundare Chief. Enemies have been sighted near the hot springs. Their numbers are about to overwhelm us. We need reinforcements right away. I came up with the bluff on the spot, hoping it would get Miyo out of the room.
What? We have to vanquish them at once. Come on, private perverts. To the hot springs.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Private pervert. Oh, private pervert. I like that. I don't like being called that, but private pervert. It feels right. But aren't we supposed to defend? Before I had time to finish my sentence, Miyo had dragged me to the entrance of the building by the collar of my robe.
No! Attack! Attack! Get to the hot springs and attack! I'll be there soon.
And with that, she shoved me through the door with a hefty kick, the doors slamming shut behind me. My hearing wasn't perfect, but I could have sworn I heard a yelp and a tumble following Miyo's departure. Don't hit the old man. A large, open area lay ahead of me, closed off by a tall bamboo fence. There was also a small area off to the side for more delicate washing. Sighing to myself, I began to tidy up the place a little, removing sharp objects and small obstacles that the drunken woman might injure herself with, and waited. Hey, look at him thinking ahead. Since no one's here, she's probably just going to be frolicking about, and, you know, if there's like I don't know what would be around the hot springs. If there's like a chiseled off stone or something, I don't know. Good thinking. That's all I'm going to say. 5 minutes went by before I heard the door open and close, followed by the gentle slosh of someone stepping into the water of the hot spring. Who is it? Take your guesses. Who do you think it is? Is it Miyo? Or do we want to believe it's Miyo? Or is it somebody else? Because Miyo was told that there's an attack here, so why would she just gently get into the spring? It could be Machiko? Oh, well, never mind. I guess I overthunk it. I overthought it. Not overthunk, I overthought it. Is overthought even right? I don't know. I over whatever the proper word would be. It.
Ah, the water's great. Hurry up and get in.
Whatever happened to
attack? Attack!
I turned around. I feel like this is going to be our thumbnail bait. I turned around, expecting her to be standing in the water with her clothes on. Yeah, that works. Why, she's got such a cheeky smile right there. That looks like the face of like that's something a face that a drunken person wouldn't make. That's like someone you'd have to be like fully in it to make. That's like a mischievous, I've outsmarted you face. At least how I see it. Maybe that's not right. However, the sight that awaited me was far from what I would have expected from the Tsundere tyrant. There was no katana slicing through the air, or any harsh words being shouted. Instead, an attractive-looking girl wearing a simple towel. I said that one on purpose, but people probably won't believe me because I've been screwing up so much this playthrough. Gosh darn it, that backfired on me so quick. A simple towel had decided to take a seat in the hot water. Miyo-san? Whether it was the result of the drinking or not, the warm smile she showed me caused me to pause.
Care to join me?
It's hard to make her yell in this situation, but that's the voice. I gave her the voice of always a yelling character. It's kind of hard to calm down a character who you expect to be yelling the entire playthrough. I don't think...
Ugh, get in the water.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, well, guess what? We already have a robe, so, you know, that's perfect. We've already got our swag and Zelda robe sitting on the side there, so we're ready. I quickly moved closer to the water, nearly slipping on the wet tiles before I made my way in. I folded up my robe, it's not ours, it's the old man's, but kept the towel I had found around my waist. Today's been pretty busy, huh? Though the last thing I expected was for all of you to gulp down sake like a baby drinks its milk. The girl said nothing for a while, regarding me with a faint grin on her face. It made me nervous. I would have almost rather have her shouting and angry. Oh, don't worry. The people that I'm talking to will hear her yelling and maybe not angry, but they'll hear her shouting and yelling.
You don't slack off, do you? I can tell that you train a lot.
Huh? Briefly caught off guard by her comment. I quickly gathered my thoughts and nodded in return. Well, I practice judo, not judo, so it's natural for me to train my body a lot. I'm sure the same can be said of you, Miyo-san. I mean, you look, rather feminine, but I could tell you knew how to handle a sword. Oh, is that a sexual innuendo? Takahiro, what are you getting at here? That shows diligence and talent, but above all, experience. You started young, didn't you?
I did.
She leaned back. Now lean back, mother effer, you don't know me like that. Nice, and I think that's ludicrous. I'm pretty sure that's ludicrous. She leaned back against the rocks and let out a sigh. It took me a long time to become competent with a blade. Days and nights of endless training, regarding wind and weather, and all in order to toughen myself up, to make myself strong enough. It is horrible, knowing none of your early life. I just turned up here, in rags. The guards found me out in the woods one day, while on patrol, starving and dirty. She's still talking fast. I'm trying to give her a calmer but more yelly voice. Like, not more yelly, like a still yell but calmer yelly voice. I don't know how well it's working, though. The previous village elder took pity on me and took me in. Everything went well for a while. Narumi's family took me in, treating me like one of their own. Then, everything fell apart. Seeing the village that had taken me in, fed me, clothed me, given me shelter, suffering at the hands of spirits, I couldn't take it. As she spoke, she let out another sigh. It seems the alcohol was making her a bit more talkative than usual, which wasn't a bad thing. That is true. You do notice that people who are drunk, they're more honest, they're way more honest, and they do talk more. They also stutter more, but they talk more. I just hoped I wouldn't end up paying for it once she had sobered up. After that, I felt like I had to do something. I couldn't just sit by while everything fell apart around me. The village was devastated by the fires. On that day, I pleaded with the former chief of the guard to train me, to make me stronger. I wanted to protect the village, to protect Narumi at any cost. He eventually agreed, but told me that I would need to strengthen my resolve first. And that's why you became you can say it, a Tsundere tyrant? See, even she doesn't know what Tsundere means. Look, I'm with you. I have no idea what Tsundere means, eh? So, maybe you could do some explaining, Takahiro, because neither of us know, and I'm sure I wouldn't say a lot, but I'm sure that if my channel grows, I'm sure a lot of people who could potentially see this probably won't know either. So, give us a little explanation. Come on. Spit it out, boy. I don't know what a Tsundere means, but the tyrant part isn't far off. I didn't want to drive everyone away, least of all Narumi. But I had to, in order not to feel the pain of loss again. Spirits haven't been our only problem. Bandits, beasts, and the weather. Well, there's nothing you can do about the weather. I'm sorry about that. The thunderstorm comes rolling in, you're not going to be able to fight off a thunderstorm. I mean, I know Cloud is a character in Final Fantasy, and Lightning is a character in Final Fantasy, but if Cloud and Lightning were to show up, it's not the characters, because if it was, you'd be screwed anyways. You're not going to outfight Cloud. Cloud's a mother effing beast. And, you can't change weather. So, yeah. The village needed protecting from all of it. It became a purpose, and it made me distance myself from everyone else. I guess that explains why you've been acting like that around Machiko and Maeko. That's right, although I am beginning to think that perhaps we can coexist. The fox spirits, at least. Oh, so, not us. You're just dead meat, Don't worry, Takahiro, not you, but, just the fox spirits. I suppose this has something to do with you, so, thank you. You're welcome. It's not like I did much. Well, we did convince them. That's all we did. We didn't really do anything else but convince them. But hey, I guess sometimes the littlest roles can have the biggest importance. You don't need a huge role to be important. Remember that. Every part of a... Let's just say... What's a good example here? I don't know why I'm going off about this, but I feel like it's relevant. Say like an assembly line. Even if you're just gluing the eyes onto a little doll, that's part of the doll. The doll would not be complete without the eye. I'm just saying every role, big or small, has its importance and plays a part in the overall success of something. Same with the opposite though. If every little thing plays into the it's not de-success, the failure or something. I don't know what word I was looking for there. But yeah. I mean it, truly. You and the sisters, you may have saved me a life of living fear, perhaps even prevented my death. I think you'd better tell them that. You're right. Wait, what? You're right, especially considering what comes next. Huh? What do you mean? The girl's words were becoming incoherent, muttering something about spirits in the village. It seemed like fatigue was finally taking its toll. Well, the other spirits probably won't be leaving the village alone anytime soon. We're going to have to figure out how to stop them. But asking Maeko-chan and Michiko-san to help us is like asking you to turn on Narumi-chan. Is that the turn on I'm thinking of? She thinks so. Turn on. The girl giggled at this for quite some time, so I let out a sigh and coughed politely. I guess that's not what he meant. Oh, I guess that right here. What I meant was they'll have to fight against their own kind at some point. Okay, that's what I meant. So when you said turn on, like turn against. Against would have probably been a better word there. It would be like asking you to turn against Narumi-chan. That probably would have been a better choice of words. Especially around perverts, like pretty much everyone in this game. I mean, did I read that? Yeah. I mean, why would they want to help you guys out in the first place? I think you and Narumi-chan will be the pieces that we need to solve this puzzle. And we better figure out what to do soon. I doubt those spirits will hold back next time. True, you did kind of piss them off. You sound like it's some kind of game. That's not nice. As she said this, the girl slid further down into the water. It's a bit easier to think of it like that. The moment they get ahead of us, it's game over. If you and Narumi-chan fix things between the villagers and the sisters, things might work out. That's not true, Takahiro. There's always the comeback. Even if they take the lead, it doesn't mean they're just going to keep the lead and then spank you to death. No. You can always fight back. You can always overcome. Haven't you heard of underdog stories? I mean, the movies over-portray them, but underdog stories are real. If you're the underdog, you fall behind, you can still come back and win and kick butt. Did I read all that? Yeah. Wait. I don't know if I did. If you and Narumi-chan fix things between the villagers and the sisters, things might work out. If I read it, sorry. If I didn't, then we're covered. You'll have to get as close to them as possible. But I don't like girls like that. The girl became incredibly flustered by my comment, having misunderstood what I had said. Before I could explain, she slumped over, her cheeks a deep crimson red. Oh, I think you're lying to us. I think you do. As I tried to move closer, it became clear that she had passed out. The heat had probably gotten to her, and the alcohol. Just my luck. She had to pass out, wearing nothing but a towel. I swear, someone up there is testing my patience with all these temptations. No, not when she's sleeping. We had this conversation, I don't know how far back it was. We had this conversation, though, some episodes ago. No, Takahiro. No. Not when sleeping, not when drunk, nothing. Sighing in annoyance, I carefully wrapped my arms around the girl and pulled her out of the water. Realizing that leaving Neo here would be a bad idea, I had thought about what to do when Narumi came barging in. Takahiro-kun, I heard you were in here. I managed to... Oh, wait, no.
Takahiro-kun, I heard you were in here. I managed to... Whoa, what's going on here?
It's not what you think. The great captain couldn't handle the heat. Could you take over here?
Hey, sure, that's what happened. I believe you, you stud. Come on, I'll take her. I'll make sure she gets a good night's rest. But if you did do stuff to her while she was drunk, she's gonna kick your butt.
Well, she might not remember if she's gonna wake up hungover. I shall refrain from provoking her wrath. The last thing I need is a hungover samurai trying to turn me into a shish kebab. I motioned for Narumi to come over.
You should get some rest too, Takahiro-kun. And make sure you keep an eye on Chi-chan. She's a little restless right now.
Leave her to me. She'll be in good hands. And with those words, I left Narumi to take care of the passed out captain. I quickly changed into the robes I had borrowed and made my way back to the main hall. As expected, I found Michiko curled up on the floor. Thankfully, it looked like she had made her way to Maiko and was cuddled up next to her. The two girls looked adorable, and their cute mumblings only made it all the more enjoyable to watch. I considered waking them up so we could return to the mansion, but the sound of my name interrupted my thoughts. I think that right here, we are going to end this episode. Next time, we'll find out who's talking to us. I'm guessing it's the village elder. I don't know who else it could be, really. I mean, the village elder's the only one we haven't seen for the past couple scenes. So, I mean, Narumi is taking care of Miyo. These two girls are sleeping here, so logically the only one that really would call our name is the elder. And so it's likely him, but we'll find out for certain next time. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this playthrough. It's interesting to me. I mean, it's a good way to work on voice acting. So, I mean, it is just a reading game, but I mean, it's giving me a chance to kind of, try something new with the voice acting. Try and maybe work on it or expand it, or, just all that, first time fun, jazzy stuff. So, whatever. If you're enjoying, though, and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. Please also leave a like and comment and feedback. Love to hear feedback. And yeah, so that'll be it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peeps out.